All right, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay-Z Bottom Lip, and I got another video for you guys, but this one in particular is about how to counter Katana. I'm gonna help you guys out. I'm gonna show you what you need to do in order to beat Katana. In this one, I'm going to be using Kung Lao. There's a lot of other characters that I have labbed with this scenario and situations, and the things that I'm about to show you on how to like play around it. I've tried it with other characters. There are multiple characters that can deal with it. Every character has a way of dealing with her. It's up to you guys to figure it out. I'm just using Kung Lao for this example because it was random. I was going to use Johnny because Johnny's the easiest, but I was like, I kind of like Kung Lao and what he's wearing. So I was like, I'll use him. Anyway, I'm going to show you a few things that Katanas like to do, and I'm going to show you how to counter them. For example, Katana is a counterplay type character. She wants to whiff punish you. She wants to frustrate you. She wants to play at a distance. She wants to be able to condition you into believing that you can jump in at her. She wants to be able to stagger a lot. She wants to be able to play footsies and be at the advantage most of the time. All right, all the time. So with that being said, I'm going to show you a few strings that Katanas like to do and how to play around it. For an example, I think I made a video. It was about my tier list on like how frame data has changed sometimes, and you could do that through the active frames. So I'm going to show you something really quick. Try to move through this really quick. I know y'all be trying to fight me because my videos are too long, so I apologize. But check this out. Let's see. Okay. All right, so you can change the frame data of a move by using the active frames, and I'm going to show you really quick. So you see how this move right here is -7. What if I told you I can make this move -5? Just like a few other characters in the game, I'm not going to go into details. You can actually change their block advantage. You can do this with a lot of characters actually, depending on how close you jump. Like if you jump this high, you see how it's +4. The deeper jump you do, it becomes +11 because you're using the active frames of it or so, of the hurt box and stuff. But that's another conversation. Anyway, so this move in particular, up close, it is -7, which means if she does this up close in your face, you can actually mash. She cannot mash after the string. It is -7, which means you're going to beat her out before she be able to down poke you or do a stand move. Also, up close, it's hard to say that it jails because some moves like stand pokes or 7 frames are actually hard to jail off of because of the distance, just the natural distance. So think of this move as like -5, -6, or just think of it -6. I'll say think of it like -6. But what happens is when she uses it at a range, like if she uses it like from this range, she can actually change it. See how it's still -7? If I told you I could make this -5, let's see if I can get it. See how that's -6? I'm trying to get -5. I don't know if I can get it. Okay, I can only get -6. No, I got -5 before. But this string in particular is really hard to punish. So what I mean by that is if you were to do something like this, right? See something real quick. So if you were to do this against her, you're gonna lose to this. But if she does it up close and then try to back up, you actually still lose to this. I think Kung Lao is just doing it slowly. Okay. Okay, let me see. Oh my god, he has a really bad down one. That's insane. But anyway, oh my god. Wow. Okay, so this is basically how Katana wants to play. Sorry. She wants to play like this. She wants to be able to do things like this, backdash into buttons. She wants to do this. She wants to do 1-1, backdash. She wants to do stand 2, backdash. She wants to do 2-4, and then backdash. Until like until this is easy to hit confirm because I can either do that, like if I really wanted to, whatever the combo may be. I can also do things like this. Hold on. I don't even know the combo, but anyway, that's basically what she wants to do. She wants to whiff punish you. She wants to play off her down, her stand 1. She wants to play off her down 1. She wants to play off her stand 2, 2-4. She wants to be able to do sweep. Her sweep is really good. Like if you try to counter poke here, you will get whiff punish on reaction too. Look, boom. Like I'm actually reacting to him, poking, and then dying for it. This is a mental stack. If your opponent wants to play this mind game with you, they can, and they can actually blow you up for it. It's really strong. But anyway, I want to show you how to counter it. So for an example, let's say that Katana is playing this way. It becomes very frustrating. When she does this, she backs up to another one, right? You can do things like that. Dash up slightly, very slightly, and then you can punish her. Oh my god. You can do things like that. You can also use a mid to beat her out. If she tries to like backdash, depending on what character you're using. You can also beat it out with a down 4 because your down 4 is really good. Depending on the range, you can also whiff punish her if she tries to do it. If I can get it, that's still a punish, but you can actually like whiff punish her and then kill her for it, because you'll be looking for it. Because as a player that's going to be playing against Katana, you're going to be backing up slightly and then paying attention to when she whiff punish that string in particular. The only thing that you're going to be looking out for when she like staggers this move is backing up to sweep or something like that. So you boom, pay attention, but make sure that you're paying attention to her. Boom. Okay, dash up. Then you can like get closer to her. But when she does the sweep, try not to like advance too hard on her, because she can do something like this. This is like what we call shadow boxing, where she does this string and then she just automatically goes into that. So like if I do it from this range and I try to dash up, it's really hard for me to dash up. See how, like, let's say that I was at this range, right? See how she's beating me out? She just automatically pressing right there, and it's safe, so she can kind of just throw that button out. So the best thing to do against this character is like to basically play at a range and then whiff punish her. But whatever she's trying to do, whiff punish her. So now that you have established that you're trying to whiff punish this character, she'll start to be very hesitant on what she wants to do. So she'll start doing things like this, backing up slightly. She'll even dash all the way up into 1-1. They'll even do things like this in particular to get close to you. They'll even do things like this. This right here, you can counter with something like this. You can do things like that. This is strictly for Kung Lao. You can do that. That's a punish. If she wanted to, you can just react. Yeah, hold on. I gotta input error. You can actually punish that way. And if she wanted to go for the enhanced version, like this string right here, you can actually punish that as well. I'll show you. Oh man, such a weird string. There it is. You can punish it that way. You can also punish it this way as well. Hold on. That's that one way that you can also punish this string. You can also wait for it to come. Do that. Punish it. The other one that's kind of hard is this one. He's like the only character that really can't do this. It's like really tricky. You can do that too. Like if you're really hesitant on when you want to press, or you're like, oh, you can kind of like do that and then punish her for it. Whatever the case may be. This one is probably the most easiest for Kung Lao players. This is consistent as well. If you don't want to play that mind game, you can also do things like this. Hold on. I'm trying to get him to come out. I want him to come out. I don't think I'm gonna get it. I could just do this. I'll just do this and stick with it. I was going to show you something like really creative that you can do, but it seems like it works here and there, which is kind of weird. That's just my opinion. Another thing that you can do too is that you can do his overhead. This works every time and it's consistent. Hold on. Boom. Oh, this is so good. Boom. Right there. Sorry. You have to dash forward into overhead. This works every time and it's very, very consistent. So you don't have to play that game with her. You can also do that as well. So any string into this would work. You can even do, I don't think you can do highs. You have to use a mid against this move because she's ducking, which is weird, but in order to punish it, this is how you have to punish it. Another thing that you can do too is, like, let's say that she wanted to do something like this. You can actually punish this. This is one of my favorite ones to punish because it's very easy. Not showing punish. There you go. It's a punish every time. There's no mind game there. So for her to do that, it's incredibly stupid. Then you got all this damage, hard knockdown, and then keep pressuring. Let's see, what else does she do? This one is really hard. This one is hard. If she does it like frame perfect, you're not getting out of this. This is damn near guaranteed. Hold on. Y'all know what I'm trying to do. That right there. Either way, you can't get out of it. The only way you can get out of this is like armor in there. You have to armor like frame perfect. And actually you can get a whole setup off this. into the corner if you do it correctly. But there's a gap right there, boom, and you can actually delay it. So like if she tries to stagger it, you can actually pay attention. So like boom, right there, I see her like turn her body. I can actually like armor there, and there's nothing she can do. And now she has to guess regain off my setup if I can get it. But I suck, and you guys know that. But anyway, you can do that. If you were to play Goro with this matchup, it's easy. You just boom. And you see it, boom, armor. So it's not like once she does stand 2, you automatically armor. You can actually pay attention to her. Also, if you do it right as she does stand 2, it won't always come out. You have to wait a second, and then boom, right, boom, and then you can punish it. So that's kind of how you would have to deal with that. If she does it incorrectly, right? If she does this incorrectly for whatever reason, you can actually duck there, right here, and then you can punish her. Which is really rare. Most katanas know what they're doing when they do that string. Trying to think of another thing that katanas like to do. This one is really rare, but you can just duck that and then punish it from any range too. Like it's super punishable. And what I mean by any range, I don't mean necessarily like like Kung Lao can do it from this range. He can do something in particular about it, but like he can't just be sitting here like far away. I just know certain characters can actually still punish her. Like Tanya can actually do stand 3 and punish her from this range. Baraka can do like 2-1 from this range. You can shadow kick with a Johnny. You can do slide with Havoc. You can do so many things. You can even do, not Havoc, Raiko. You can do slide with Havoc as well, backboard too, with him as well, and punish him for that. I think that's really about it when it comes to Katana. Katana is very straightforward on what she wants to do. It's more or less that do you know how to take your turn back. So like when she does this string, she's most likely going to mash because it's -1. So you can actually like punish her with something like this. If she decides to do something like that, there's so many things you can do. If she tries to mash, you can do this right here. I like this. I like back 3 for like whip punishing. It's really good. If you're really comfortable, you can do overhead, but overhead is kind of slow. So like you would have to essentially like back up all the way and then punish it, but it's still like super hard. I recommend just using back 3 and then like reacting to her whip and then going from there with it. Get you a free jump in, keep pressuring her, so on and so forth. What else do these katanas love doing? Either way, another thing I want to mention, either way, if she wants to do something like this, hold on. Oh, it won't come up. I guess I have to do full screen. If she was to do something like this, this is not real at all. That's a punish every time. There's nothing special about that. It's up to you to react. That's all it comes down to. When it comes to Katana doing long strings or if she's staggering, the 2 things that I look forward to is a fan coming out or her to stagger into poke. That's one of her main things that she wants to do. Oh, her 3 main things. Her 3 main strings is to do a fan after a string. She wants to stagger into a poke, or she wants to stagger backdash into another stagger. That's her favorite thing to do. So I recommend either whiff punishing this character by backing up, or if you're going to try to challenge her, do a down 4 or use a mid in particular. This is very strong and this is very helpful in order to beat Katana. Katana is still a top tier character in my opinion, just because of the layers and the footsies and the mind games that she can play with you. She can also mental stack herself and you to death, which is like it's really tough. Like, it's really tough to deal with this character. I'm not going to sit here and say that this is going to help you beat every katana, but this will also help you to fraud out the katanas that are trying so hard to do something in particular that they don't know how to do. You'll have the upper edge against them, and you'll know exactly how to play against these characters once you see a few type of play styles. For an example, right? Another thing that katanas like to do is they like to play off of this. If they're backing up consistently, they want to whiff punish you. If they're like doing a lot of like down poking and stuff like that, this player wants to take their turn back as much as possible. You can whiff punish them into overhead. They're most likely to get hit by overhead lies if you're poking a lot. Another thing that you can do, you can armor a lot against this character, and then once you establish armor a lot against this character, you can start staggering a lot against this character and force them to down poke you. Once they down poke you, you can essentially take your turn back because it's -8. You can do a down 1 and then gel them off with stand 1. Things like this is very important to understand against Katana as well. There's also a lot of other characters that do great against this character, but if she does like stand 2 from this range, you know, most likely she's going to try to down poke you, or she's just going to try to backdash. Most of the time, Katanas don't like to just do this string and stay stationary. They most likely are trying to backdash. Oh look, I made it -5. There it goes. Jesus, it took so long to make it -5. But I wanted to, okay, now that I'm trying so hard to get to -5, I won't do it. That's so dumb. -5. There you go. Jesus. Anyway, you can when they stagger a lot with this string, you can kind of just like wait for them to back up slightly, or you can just say stay there stationary and see what they like to do. Don't show too much to a Katana player off the first round. Pay attention to how they're trying to play you. If they back all the way up and they're just sitting here trying to zone you, they're going to be trying to frustrate you. Take your time, because Kung Lao takes he talking crazy, but Kung Lao actually does really good damage, and since he does really good damage, it's rewarding for you to take your turn back correctly, which means don't be in a rush to get in on Katana. Walk her down to the corner. Once you walk her down to the corner, she's most likely going to want to leave the corner. She's also going to try to walk forward, and once she tries to walk forward, you'll be good enough to know to check her with a down 4. You'll also be reacting to her with whiffing a button by you backing up as she gets closer to the corner, because you don't want her to leave by flying out. You don't want her to get close enough so she can do jacks, the ground pound, or anything in particular. You want to keep her there, so you want to kind of just play off of the spacing, footsie neutral, and see what she likes to do. Once you get in, you want to play off your 2-1. You also want to play off your back 3. Back 3 is really good because it goes into a low or overhead, so once you establish that, you can start staggering it into 2-1 and shimmying them and so on and so forth. There isn't a lot to deal with when it comes to Katana like counterplay, but the few things that I've shown you, if you know how to react to when she does these things, you'll do a lot better against this character. The number one thing they like to do is this right here. This right here. You got this one, you have this one, you have this one. This is their favorite thing to do. They'll never do something like this. They won't do that thing. They'll do something like this. They'll do something like this. They'll do even this right here. This move in particular, you can duck. It doesn't jail. So if you can react, you can actually punish it. Oh. Now it's Gas City. Oh, thanks for playing. Now we're in the corner. And you're good to go. Look at this. Boom. Boom. Overhead. Boom. Boom. She got back. It's a GG, right? So all my Kung Lao players out there, Darius Kung Lao is dope. Okay. I just want to let y'all know I got some sauce with this shit. But anyway, that's basically it when you want to learn how to fight against Katana, as far as encountering her and exposing her on things that she gets away with. There's other things that she does. It's up to you guys to figure it out. I just wanted to help you guys out on a few things that you can do to counter this character. I'm still going to abuse these things that I've shown you because I don't believe in you guys. Sorry, I love you guys, but I'm going to still do the same thing. The things that I'm showing you on how to counter this character, if you ever see me playing Katana, I'm most likely going to be playing this way. But anyway, appreciate you guys watching. As always, a good one.